Crystal field theory. This theory explains many important properties of metal complexes like color, magnetic properties, stability, rigidity, and structure. Salient features of the crystal field theory. This theory considers metal ion and Ligand bond is purely ionic. First point, this theory consider the bond between metal ion and ligand is ionic. It is due to electrostatic attraction between electron-rich ligand and electron-deficient metal ion. Second point, this theory consider metal ion and the ligands are point charges, whereas metal atom and neutral ligands are considered as electric dipole. Second point, this theory consider metal ion ligands are point charges, whereas metal atom neutral ligands are considered as electric dipole. Third point, in isolated gaseous state, all the 5d orbitals of metal ion are degeneracy orbital. That is, they have same energy. They are degeneracy orbital in isolated gaseous state. When initially ligand form a spherical field of negative charge around the metal ion. Ligand form a spherical field of negatively charged around the metal ion. Due to the repulsion between the electron of the ligand and the electron of the metal ion, due to the repulsion, the energy of the 5d orbital rises. The energy rises. Okay. When ligand further approaches the 5d orbital, split up into two sets of the orbital, that is T2g orbital and the Eg orbital. That is, degeneracy of the orbital is breakup when ligand approaches. Okay. Depending upon the strength of the metal ligand bond, depending upon the strength, energy of the system alters. Okay. This leads to the change in the color and the magnetic property. Once again, third point, in isolated gaseous state, all the 5d orbitals of the metal ion are degeneracy orbital, that is, they have same energy. Okay. Ligand form a spherical field of negatively charged around the metal ion. Due to the repulsion between the electron of the ligand and electron of the metal ion, the energy of the d orbital rises. When ligand further approaches, the degeneracy of the d orbitals break up, split up into two type of orbitals. One is T2g orbital and Eg orbital. Depending upon the strength of the ligand metal bond, energy of the system changes. This leads to color and magnetic properties changes. Okay. Next, first we see the crystal field. Okay. Crystal field splitting in octahedral complex. Crystal field splitting. Splitting in octahedral complex. in octahedral. This 5 d orbitals of the free ion. D orbitals in free ion. This is in excited state. Excited state, that is in the spherical okay crystal field. In the spherical crystal field. Okay. In first stage, octahedral complex, central metal ion is at the origin. Central metal ion is at the origin. 6 ligands approaches metal ion along the axis of the octahedral. Along the axis. Okay. Along the axis. That is minus x plus x minus y plus y minus z plus z direction. We know these two orbitals dx square minus y square x square minus y square dz square. These two orbitals lie along the axis, whereas dxy, dyz, dzx orbitals lie in between the axis. Since ligand approaches along the axis, the energy of these two orbitals increases. Okay. First, the repulsion between these two orbitals increase. Okay. Wait a minute. The repulsion of these two orbitals increases. Okay. So the energy of these two orbitals, dx square minus y square, dz square orbital rises to greater extent than the energy of the dxy, dyz, dz orbital. So the energy of these two orbitals rises due to the greater repulsion, because these two orbitals lying along the axis, ligands approaches along the axis. These two orbitals are called EG orbital. These three orbitals are called E2G orbitals. Okay. This is called splitting. This is called crystal field splitting. Okay. This process of crystal field. In order to maintain average energy of the d orbital constant, in order to maintain the d orbital average energy is constant, EG orbital energy of the EG orbital increases by 3 by 5 delta naught, whereas energy of T2G orbital decreases by 2 by 5 delta naught in order to maintain the average energy constant. For 3 by 5 delta naught into 2, we get 6 by 5 delta naught. This is the one, that is 1.2 delta naught. Here minus 2 by delta naught into 3, that is minus 6 by 5 delta naught, that is equal to minus 1.2 delta naught minus 1.2 delta naught plus 1.2 delta naught. So 0. Okay. So the energy, average energy is constant. Okay. The difference between the energy of T2G orbital and EG orbital is known as crystal field splitting energy, delta naught. Crystal field splitting energy. Up to this, the complex formation does not take place. When ligand approaches further, there is an attraction between the electrons of the ligand and the positive charge metal ion. There is the attraction. The ligon approaches further. So energy decreases. The decrease in energy is the driving force for the complex formation. This is in octahedral. Octahedral complexes, the EG orbital energy increases by 3 by 5 delta naught. Energy of the T2 orbital decreases by 2 by 5 delta naught. The electron enter into the T2 orbital. Each electron enters the T2 orbital stabilizes the complex by minus 0.4 delta naught. Each electron enters into the EG orbital destabilizes the complex by 0.6 delta naught unit. Okay, that's all. Next we see the crystal field splitting in tetrahedral complex. In tetrahedral complex. In tetrahedral complex, consider metal ion present at the center of the cube. Consider metal ion present at the center. 4 ligands approaching central metal ion along the alternate corner. In this field, none of the d orbital facing the direction of the ligand approach. Facing the ligand approach direction. Yeah, in this field, none of the d orbitals are not in the ligand approaching direction. But in this case, the dxy, dyz, dz orbital, these two orbitals are lying close to the direction of the ligand approaching direction. Close to the ligand approach direction. These two orbitals. Okay. The orbital lying in between the axis close to the ligand approaching direction. So the energy of these 3 orbitals increases. Energy increases. T to G, that is dxy, dyz, dz orbitality increase compared to each orbital. The energy of T2G orbital increased by 2 by 5 delta T. Energy of EG orbital decreases by 3 by 5 delta naught. Here, energy of T2G increases by 2 by 5 delta T. EG decreases by 3 by 5 delta T. Sorry. Into 2, we get minus 6 by 5 delta T, that is minus 1.02 delta T. Here 2 by 5 delta T into 3, 6 by 5 delta T, that's equal to 1.2 delta T. So in order to maintain the average and constant, so that only the average is constant, D to D increases by 2 by 5 delta T, EG decreases by minus 3 by delta T. This difference between the EG and 2TG orbital, T2 orbital is called delta T, is called crystal field splitting energy in tetrahedral complex. This value is very less compared to the octahedral complex. So 9 delta T equal to 4 delta naught, or delta T equal to 4 by 9 delta naught. Since the delta T is very small, electron easily enter into the T2 increase. So, low spin complexes are rarely found. Okay, low spin mainly tetrahedral complex form a high spin complexes only. Okay, we forms only high spin because energy difference is very small. So the electron, third electron, supposed to be electron filled in Eg, third electron easily goes to T20. That's all. Okay. Next. Next. Magnitude of delta. Magnitude of delta depends upon the oxidation state of metal ion. Second, charge, nature of the metal ion. Nature of the metal ion. Third one, nature of the ion. Third one, nature of the ion. Next, depends upon the oxidation state of the metal ion, nature of the metal ion. The delta increases from 3D to 4D to 5D. Third one, nature of the decon. Consider nature of the decon. In octahedral complex of titanium 3 with 3 different ligands, Br minus, F minus, water, using absorption spectral data for this complex ion, the wave number found to be 12,500 centimeter minus 1. For this complex, wave number found to be 19,000 centimeter minus 1. For this complex H2, PaH2O 3 plus, wave number found to be 20,000 centimeter. Wave number means the number of waves in unit distance is called a wave number. The energy associated with the wave number corresponds to the crystal field splitting energy. Energy corresponds to this wave number is the crystal field splitting energy delta. Okay. We know energy equal to H U. Energy equal to H into C by lambda. H into C into 1 by lambda. H into C into 1 by lambda is a wave number. Okay. First, consider Ti B of 6. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay. Sorry, only 3 minutes. Okay. H is the Planck constant 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joules second. Joules mean kilogram meter square second minus 2 into second. Velocity of light 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter second meter. Wave number found to be, wave number of this complex ion is 12,500 into 10 square converted to meter. Okay, meter minus 1. S minus 1 minus 1 cancel. Okay, sorry. S minus 1. S cancel. S cancel. Meter minus 2 meter cancel. So we get kilogram meter square second minus 2. This value is found calculated 248,475 10 to the power of minus 24. This is nothing but joule. Okay, so 2.48475 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. Okay, if you convert it to kilojoule divided by 1000. Okay, so 2.48475 into 10 to the power of minus 22 kilojoule. If we convert delta per mole, multiply into Avogadro number 6.023 10 to the power of 23 turbo. So we get this answer is 149.4 kilojoule. Similarly, for Ta-F6 3 minus complex, for this complex the value is going to be 2.7 kilojoule. For the complex Ta-H2O 6 3 plus complex, for this complex ion the value 239.7 kilojoule per mole. So from these values, in water ligand only the crystal field splitting energy delta naught is high. So it is strong ligand. So ligand strength in the order first Br minus, then F minus, then water. Okay. Last point. It has been found from structural data for various ligand for the same metal ion, the crystal field stabilizing power of the ligand is in the order. That is iodide ion, bromide ion, thiocyanate ion, Cl minus ion, sulfide ion, fluoride ion, hydroxide is equal to urea ligand, oxalate ion, water, isothiocyanate ion, EDTA ion, ammonia, ethylene diamine, NO2 nitro ion, next cyanide, then chloroform. So cyanide, carbonide. Carbonide is a powerful ligand. Okay, up to this work. Thank you.